and Patrick Reed.
All right. Thank you. Thanks.
All right.
Henrik, you're going into tomorrow with a 3-shot lead. How pleased have you been with your play this week, and what's the mindset?
Like I said yesterday, I played really solid today. I definitely didn't have my best, but I was hanging in there. It was tougher conditions with the wind. It's a tough golf course, and the greens are extremely quick and quite undulated. So, you know, with the wind, it's even harder to put the ball in the perfect spots. And yeah, it was a bit of a grind at times, and then we kind of came through with some really good shots and made some nice putts. And yeah, I didn't have a good start dropping 2. It was a good double in the end on the third after hitting it in the bushes, and fought my way back. And yeah, so I mean, overall I'm pleased, and we're at the races.
This one's for Henrik as well. I don't know if you noticed it, but there's a lot of music being played out there on the course. Going into tomorrow's tee box on number 1, do you have a personal soundtrack or a song that you would like to be played? For me, it would be Backstreet Boys' I Want It That Way. Tell me why. Please tell me why.
I don't know. I mean, it's something from ABBA, right? Oh. Yeah. We did the IKEA. We had the IKEA thing going the other day, so I guess we're going for ABBA now.
Okay, I like it.
All right.
I'll follow that up. On the first tee at 115, have you ever stepped up to a first tee with parachuters, President Trump, Greg Norman, music, all kinds of noise in your careers? That was quite an interesting first tee, would you say?
Absolutely. I mean, it was pumping. Fans were having a good time, and it was very lively. And yeah, off we go, 115.
Yeah, you know, I mean, the only place you'll always see that is on a LIV golf event. I mean, that thing was unreal. Yeah, that's just the whole thing. Ever since I've been out here, since Portland, it just seems to get better and better every single day. Just little things here and there. I mean, having President Trump on the box, having 3 parachuters watch the American flag come down, as well as having Greg Norman out there. I mean, it doesn't get any better.
Would you say this was LIV's best day so far?
It's hard to say considering how I played, but
with all the fans,
yeah, I think with how the fans were, I mean, the fans were definitely a lot more energized today. I mean, I thought they were great yesterday, and they seemed just kind of go to the next level today. And you know, whenever you add music, add great golf, add a golf course that guys are grinding on and knowing that they had to get in position because tomorrow's the last round, just gets the players more intensified, ready to go, motivated. And when that happens, fans will feed off of that. And they seem to be out there really vocal and really ready to go, and trying to will guys for birdies and just give something to cheer about.
Question for Patrick. Great playing out there. As a fellow sweaty boy, I regretted wearing all black today. On what hole today did you regret wearing all black?
Never. I'm from Houston. This is cool compared to
You weren't
Houston.
hot out there all today.
Feeling-wise, no. Inside, with how I was playing, oh yeah.
Is it because you were next to the Iceman that kept you
Of
cool?
course, he was cooling me down all day.
Okay.
It definitely showed, didn't it?
Okay, yeah. I like that.
I have
like
to say
that
that
answer.
I think the sweat stains on your cap tells us otherwise. But
Oh, got him.
Hey, Henrik. I'm just curious how difficult the last week or so has been for you, and how and is the golf course a little bit of an oasis for you here, where you're kind of focusing on golf and not some of the criticism you've taken with the Ryder Cup stuff?
yeah, I mean, it's certainly been a busy and emotional week, no question, or 10 days. But yeah, I was very happy with how I managed to channel the concentration and go out and play the best round of the season yesterday. And like I said, I didn't have my best stuff today, but I was still focused and good attitude, and that's what kept me in the ball game. So yeah, pleased with the way I've kind of kept my head down and focused on business.
Is there any part of you that has a little chip on your shoulder because of what took place with the DP Tour and their decision and whatnot? And if you do win tomorrow, what do you think the reaction may be in headquarters over in Wentworth?
I don't know. I'm just going to focus on doing my best out there tomorrow, and we'll see where it takes us.
But do you have any kind of chip at all on your shoulder?
I don't see any, but
Henrik, do you recall the last time you might have played a scheduled 54-hole event, and is it any different?
No, like I said before the round today, we had a quick interview on before the first tee, and I mean it's just that, you know, if you consider 72 holes a bit of a marathon, it's a lot of golf before you're coming to the back nine on Sunday. This is obviously one round less, so it's a bit quicker to get there, and you got to be, I think the mindset as a player, you just got to try and be a little bit quicker out of the box, and not that you don't want to do that on a 72 hole tournament, but when it's 54 holes, you can't just like cruise for a day and not get going, because then you don't have enough holes to make that ground up. So yeah, I think you just got to be a bit more on your toes and get ready from the get-go.
Last one.
I was talking to Paul Casey earlier, guys, and he was saying how it's a little different and it's taken some getting used to not start on 1 and on 18, or start on 10 and on 9. Has that been difficult for you guys at all in your LIV experience, knowing that you're not always going to be starting in the normal schedule like you would?
No, I started on 1 today, and I think I start on 1 tomorrow, so it's kind of business as usual, I think.
It's easy for you to say now, yeah.
But yeah, no question. I mean, on Friday we started on 16, and yeah, of course you can start on a bit of an easier hole. You can start on a little bit of a harder one. We know we're playing 18. You're not going to shy away from any of them. You're playing them all. So, but yeah, of course it can be a little bit of a softer start or a firmer start, depending on where you start on the golf course.
Patrick, anything to add?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I think kind of what he said. I mean, I started on 18 yesterday, started on 1 today, so it felt somewhat normal. But you know, when I was in Portland, I started on anywhere from 217 and 2, and it felt. I mean, it doesn't feel much different. I mean, at the end of the day, you know kind of how you're going to start. You know what hole you're starting on. You know kind of what your game plan is. I mean, if you're starting on a harder hole, obviously you're sitting out there trying to get a par, which will actually build you momentum if you're starting on the hardest hole of the golf course. And if it's the easiest hole, it allows you to go out and hopefully make a quick birdie and kind of get the round going. But to me, I mean, you have to play all of them, so it doesn't really matter what order you have to play them in.
Does it kind of change when you're on the range working out, if you know you're going to have to go onto a harder hole? Does that kind of change your setup or your practice starting before the round?
The only thing it does for me is I've always been the type that the last like 4 or 5 balls I hit, I'll hit 2 tee shots that are that hole, and then I'll hit, you know, basically 2 iron shots I think will be coming into the green. And you know, if it's a par 5, I'll hit 6 balls. You know, the 3 shots I feel like I'll be hitting. But you know, so I try to play whatever hole I'm starting on first, anyways, on the range. And so for me, it doesn't really matter. I kind of get going.
I kind of finished with a couple of 52-degree sand irons, so I got no chance.
Great. Thank you guys so much. See you tomorrow.